Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled, Art Thou Also Become Weak as We. This article was presented on PressTV.com. And it's entitled U.S. Incapable of Dealing with Iran's Missile Power. And it was dated for December the 3rd, 2018. A political commentator says America raises a hue and cry about the Iranian missile program because Washington is incapable of militarily competing with Iran's defense power. Isaiah 14:10, all they shall speak and say unto thee, and that all they is referring to these other nations. All right, thee is referring to these Edomites, and the Edomites, beginning with these elite bankers, their strong hub is America. Okay, America is known as Babylon the Great. Art thou also become weak as we? And how has America become weak as we? The Most High has given these other nations nuclear capability. Because prior to Iran and China and North Korea building up their nuclear capability, the known superpowers were only America and Russia. Back into the scripture. Art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? E. Michael Jones told Press TV on Monday that U.S. Secretary of State Michael Pompeo's condemnation of an alleged missile test by Iran was a sign of the bankruptcy of American foreign policy. He explained that since World War II, the U.S. Navy has been basically reliant on aircraft carriers as the main projector of force, but that the development of missile technology has endangered that military superiority, which goes back Isaiah 14:10, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we, art thou become like unto us. And this is the reason why the Most High has given these other nations, these Gentiles, nuclear capability. It looks as if the aircraft carrier may be obsolete because of missile technology, Jones said, adding that the U.S. purported concerns about the Iranian missile program showed America was in a very weak position. So what's been going on? Joel 3:9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. And this is the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shah, utilizing the mouth of his prophet Joel. Wake up the mighty men, you men that are in the military of these other nations. Let all the men of war draw near, the mighty men, let them come up. Come up where? Into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So what these other nations have done, such as China, North Korea, Russia, Iran, soon to be Turkey, all of these nations are investing in their military. They're using their resources to build up their military. And this is the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. On Sunday, Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif responded to Pompeo by calling attention to the fact that the U.S. Secretary of State was invoking a resolution against Iran that the U.S. has totally breached by withdrawing from the Iran deal. Commenting on Pompeo's remarks, Jones echoed a similar sentiment. On the diplomatic front, you can violate laws with impunity, violate treaties with impunity, and then expect other people to hold to treaties that you violate, even though there is no treaty that says that they are not allowed to develop missiles. And that's why the scriptures identify the Edomites as the devil. All right. And what is a devil? It's a person that deceives, accuses, okay, and promotes slander. And that's the basis of it. Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, came unto who? Came unto Ezekiel, son of man, set thy face against Gog, Russia, the land of Magog, South Russia, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, modern day Turkey, and prophesied against him, and say, and thus said the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, Russia, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. And when you go into that term, chief prince, in the Hebrew, it means a leader. Verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So the Most High is going to put in these Russians, which are Edomites, the ideal of war, and to carry out that objective. And this is the point. Ezekiel 38:5. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Okay, and this is the reason why Iran is building up their nuclear capability, because the Most High is going to have them present at war with Russia. Now, if you know anything about Persia, in 1935, the Iranian government requested those countries which it had diplomatic relations with to call Persia Iran. So Persia is Iran. 2 Ezra 15:27. For now all the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Verse 28. Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east. And this is what this is going into. Verse 29. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia, these Ishmaelites, shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. And you're going to see Saudi Arabia join along with modern day Iran, because they have to fulfill prophecy. Verse 30. Also the Carmanians, and these are these Elamites, modern day Iran, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And the portion of the land of the Syrians is modern day America. Joel 3:2. I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. And Jehoshaphat means Yahweh's judgment, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. And when you look up that term plead, that's going into judgment, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And these other nations, which are joint heirs with Esau, the modern day white man, they're going to be judged for what? Scattering us among the nations, and also having participation in parting our land. Lord will, you are edified. Shalom.